How your brain chooses your crush. Have you ever looked at someone and felt something pull you toward them? Even though you had no logical reason why? Not because they were perfect, not because they treated you well, but because something about them felt familiar. Here's the unsettling truth. Your crush is not an accident. Before you notice their smile, before you replay their words in your head at night, before your heart starts racing when their name appears on your phone, your brain has already made the decision. Psychologists have discovered that attraction doesn't begin in the heart. It begins in hidden patterns buried deep in your mind. Patterns formed by childhood, emotional memories, and tiny moments you don't even remember. Your brain scans people in seconds, searching for something that matches an old emotional blueprint. And when it finds it, it releases a powerful chemical cocktail that feels like excitement, obsession, and destiny. That's why you can be drawn to someone who confuses you, someone who makes you anxious, someone who feels different from everyone else. It's not romance, it's recognition. And the most dangerous part? Your brain doesn't care if this attraction will hurt you. It only cares if it feels familiar. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you like who you like, and why some crushes feel impossible to let go of, even when they should be. Most people believe they choose their crush. They think attraction is a conscious decision, a mix of looks, personality, and timing. But psychology tells a very different story. The truth is, your brain starts choosing long before you're aware of it. Think about the last time you had a crush. It probably didn't feel logical. You might have asked yourself, why them? Maybe your friends didn't see it. Maybe even you couldn't fully explain it. Yet, something kept pulling you back. A glance, a voice, the way they stood or laughed. It felt automatic, almost unavoidable. That's because attraction isn't built from logic. It's built from memory. Your brain is constantly trying to protect you, guide you, and keep you emotionally safe, even when it gets it wrong. Every experience you've ever had with love, attention, rejection, comfort, or distance leaves a psychological imprint. Over time, those imprints form a hidden template of what connection feels like to you. When you meet someone new, your brain doesn't ask, "Are they good for me?" It asks something far more dangerous. Do they feel familiar? This is why you can feel deeply drawn to someone you barely know. Why a single conversation can spark obsession. Why some people feel unforgettable, even if they never chose you back. In this video, we are going to uncover the invisible system inside your mind that decides who you fall for without your permission. We'll explore how your past quietly programs your attraction, why your brain confuses emotional intensity with love, and how crushes can feel magical or painfully addictive. And by the end, you won't just understand attraction. You'll understand yourself. It usually starts small, a moment you barely notice. You're in a room full of people, but your attention keeps drifting toward one person. You don't know why. They're not saying anything extraordinary. They're not trying to impress you. And yet, something about them feels different. Your mind begins to fill in the gaps. You notice the way they speak, the pauses between their words, the way they look away, then back again. Suddenly, every detail feels meaningful. A smile feels personal. A laugh feels like an invitation. A silence feels loaded with possibility. This is how a crush quietly forms. At first, it doesn't feel intense. It feels curious. You catch yourself thinking about them when you shouldn't, wondering what they're doing. Imagining conversations that haven't happened yet. You tell yourself it's nothing. Just interest, but your brain is already working in the background. You start interpreting neutral moments as signs. A short reply feels mysterious. A delayed message feels important. Your emotional investment grows even though nothing real has been built yet. And here's the strange part. The less you actually know about them, the stronger the feeling becomes. Your brain fills the unknown with imagination. It projects qualities you want to see: kindness, depth, understanding. You not reacting to who they are, you reacting to who your mind believes they could be. This is why crushes can feel so powerful so quickly. There hasn't been enough time for reality to interfere. Your friends might ask, "What do you even like about them?" And you struggle to answer, because the attraction doesn't come from facts. It comes from feeling. A feeling that feels familiar, comforting, exciting, slightly dangerous. You begin to feel pulled toward them even when it makes no sense, even when you tell yourself to stop, even when there's no clear reason. And that's the question this moment leaves us with. Why does your brain attach so deeply to someone you barely know? This is the moment where things stop feeling light and start feeling confusing. Your crush begins to matter more than you expected. Their mood affects yours. Their attention feels rewarding. Their absence feels uncomfortable. You tell yourself you're in control, but your reactions say otherwise. And this is where psychology steps in. Your brain doesn't choose a crush logically. It chooses emotionally, using shortcuts built from your past, memories, attachments, unfinished emotional patterns. When someone triggers a familiar emotional response, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of anticipation and desire. Not pleasure, anticipation, that's important. Dopamine spikes most when something is uncertain. Not knowing where you stand, not knowing how they feel, not knowing what comes next. Your brain interprets this uncertainty as excitement, not stress. So the less predictable they are, the stronger the pull becomes. This is why mixed signals feel intoxicating. At the same time, another process kicks in: projection. Your brain fills the emotional gaps with stories. You assume intentions, you imagine futures, you assign meaning to small actions. You're not responding to reality anymore, you're responding to an internal narrative. And here's the conflict. The brain prefers emotional familiarity over emotional safety. If this person reminds you, even unconsciously, of someone you once tried to earn love from, your brain sees them as important. Not because they're good for you, but because they activate a pattern your mind wants to resolve. This creates emotional tension. Part of you feels drawn in. Another part feels anxious, unsure, slightly off balance. You start seeking reassurance without realizing it. Rereading messages, overthinking interactions, wondering what you did wrong, even when nothing is wrong. The crush is no longer just attraction, it becomes emotional investment without certainty. And this is the turning point, because now the question isn't, do I like them? It's, why do I feel so attached, so fast? The answer isn't romance. It's your brain chasing resolution. Here's the truth most people never hear. Your crush isn't chosen by your heart, it's chosen by your nervous system. In the climax of this story, everything clicks into place. Your brain is not asking, who will make me happiest? It's asking, who feels emotionally familiar? That familiarity can come from warmth, but it often comes from unresolved emotional experiences. Moments where affection was inconsistent, where attention had to be earned, where love felt just out of reach. When someone mirrors that pattern, even subtly, your brain lights up. Not because it's love, because it recognizes the feeling. This is called emotional imprinting. Your brain tags certain emotional states early in life as meaningful. Later, when someone triggers the same emotional chemistry, dopamine floods your system. Cortisol joins in. Oxytocin follows. The cocktail feels intense, magnetic, consuming. You interpret that intensity as connection. But intensity is not compatibility. The climax is realizing this. Your crush is not proof of destiny, it's proof of conditioning. Your mind is trying to finish an emotional story it never got to complete. That's why logic disappears. That's why red flags feel smaller. That's why you feel pulled instead of choosing. And the most shocking part? When the person finally becomes predictable, the attraction often fades. Because your brain was never chasing the person. It was chasing the emotional uncertainty. This is why crushes can vanish overnight. Why you suddenly wake up one day. Why the magic feels gone when stability arrives. Your brain doesn't crave people, it craves emotional patterns. And once you see this, once you truly understand it, attraction loses its mystery. You stop asking, why am I obsessed? And start asking, what part of me is being activated? That question changes everything. Because now, you're not at the mercy of your feelings. You're finally aware of who's choosing them. Once you see how your brain chooses your crush, something quietly shifts. The obsession softens. The confusion clears. And the power slowly comes back to you. Because understanding this mechanism doesn't kill attraction, it transforms it. You begin to realize that attraction is not a command. It's information. When a crush appears, instead of spiraling into fantasies or self-doubt, you pause. You observe. You ask different questions. What feels familiar here? What emotion is this person awakening in me? Is it safety or uncertainty? This awareness creates space, and space creates choice. The aftermath of this realization is subtle but profound. You stop chasing intensity just to feel alive. You stop confusing emotional turbulence with passion. You stop proving your worth to people who trigger old patterns. And in that stillness, something new becomes possible. You begin to feel drawn to people who feel calm, present, consistent. At first it feels strange, almost boring. But slowly your nervous system recalibrates. This is called secure attraction, when your brain no longer needs emotional chaos to feel connected. The most powerful lesson here is this: your past shaped your attraction, but it doesn't get to decide your future. Every time you choose awareness over impulse, you weaken old patterns. Every time you choose emotional safety over emotional drama, your brain learns a new definition of connection. And over time, attraction changes. You no longer ask, "Why don't they want me?" You ask, "Do they have the capacity to meet me?" That shift alone filters out people who once had power over you. The aftermath of understanding your crush is not loneliness. It's clarity. It's self-respect. It's realizing that love doesn't have to feel like anxiety to feel real. And when attraction finally aligns with peace instead of tension, you don't feel addicted. You feel chosen by yourself first. So the next time you feel a crush take over your thoughts, remember this: your brain isn't broken. It's patterned. Attraction is not magic, it's memory. It's chemistry shaped by experience. And once you see that, you stop being controlled by it. The most dangerous thing isn't falling for someone. It's falling without awareness. When you understand why your brain chooses who it chooses, you gain something rare: choice. You can decide whether to follow the pull or pause and protect yourself. You can let attraction guide you, not trap you. And that's the real power. Because love was never meant to feel like fear. Connection was never meant to feel like confusion. The moment you stop letting your past choose your future, everything changes. If this video helped you see attraction differently, stay here, because the next secret is even deeper. If you enjoyed uncovering how your brain chooses your crush, wait till you see what your mind does when it feels rejected and why that pain feels unbearable. Subscribe. Watch closely. Your mind has more secrets to reveal.